Get away from me. No. It's gonna blow.
So I was watching physics with Shep again.
Again?
Again! The guy's kind of funny. And he was trying to tell me that I could extend the range of my car remote by sticking it to my chin.
Get there?
Right here. You just press the button.
I think you've been lied to, my friend.
No. This is gonna work. Let's go try it.
Last time you wanted me to look at something on the internet, it was a blue dress, and we didn't speak for a week.
I'm pretty sure it was gold. Well, let's go.
For a long time, humans have been discovering new things. And when we've discovered something new, we want to know how it works. But we don't always agree on the reason why things work the way they do. So we've got to come up with a way to fish out the truth. Fortunately, throughout the years, we developed a system to help find relationships that exist in our universe. We had to find what actual truth was if we were going to survive. We had to find out, how does something work under certain circumstances? So, we developed the scientific method. Now, not all labs and experiments are done the exact same way, but there is a broad process that we will follow to find our own relationships here in physics. Once someone has observed something and become curious about it, they usually develop a question. In this case, the question is, will a car remote underneath the chin extend the car remote's range? In this case, the car remote is known as what we call the manipulated variable. A manipulated variable is the variable that we manipulate or we change in an experiment. We're taking the remote, instead of firing the signal normal, we're going to fire it underneath the chin. We manipulate this variable to see how the range or the responding variable changes. The manipulated variable makes the responding variable respond. Weird. To make sure that the car remote underneath the chin is the only thing affecting the car remote's range, you want to make sure that the other variables that could change don't. You want to keep them constant, and that's what they're called, constants. Some examples of constants in our experiment include the remote and car you're using, how far away from the car are you, and the person you're using. Maybe if you change from a smaller person to a taller person in the middle of doing an experiment, you find out that the taller person gives more range. Now, in order to find out if the manipulated variable really does affect the responding variable, you gotta make sure other things are held constant. In order to make sure that this experiment works, you need to make sure you go a certain distance away from your car, just to the point where your car remote no longer gets your car to beep. When you're there, then you can try it underneath your chin. This is known as having a control. The control is beeping the car or making sure the car doesn't beep when it's not underneath your chin. This is what we're comparing it to. It's not a constant. If it worked not underneath the chin, we wouldn't know how the chin would affect it. So if it doesn't work here, but does work here, we know that the chin affected the range. Once you're done collecting and analyzing data, you can then come up with an answer backed by evidence to your question. You then need a reason. This reason, or reasoning, is the why this works. Why does this work? What is the scientific principle behind putting the car remote up to your chin, which allows the car range to extend? Now, notice, this explanation is not unique to the experiment. Meaning, my explanation will not only explain why the range is increased when it's put to your chin, but also to your temple, or to your forearm, or why it might even increase if you put it to a jug of water. This reasoning is the thing that helps grow our understanding of the universe.
But how does it work?
This works because your car remote sends out an electromagnetic signal, which is a form of light, and so this signal causes charged particles to move. When you put the remote up to your head, the electromagnetic signal passes through water, which your head has a lot of. And so the water molecule, which is negatively charged, begins to move when it is hit by this electromagnetic signal, And when the water molecule moves, it then creates its own electromagnetic signal, which then boosts the signal from the remote, thus making it have a longer range.
So pull out your hand and then make it not you, AJ.
All right.
Goes in the car. A little extra range goes a long way. You want to see this work?